episode of General Hospital. Yo, these writers need to stop torturing us with Elizabeth and Finn. They are boring as watching paint dry. They have no chemistry whatsoever. They suck. They ruin everything that they turn. Everything that they touch turns to shit. Every single air time that they get is a waste of space. It's just getting the show. Every extra minute you give them together as a couple is one more minute you're risking this show's cancellation. Come on, y'all got to do better than this. Y'all got to do better, writers. You just did a whole strike because you wanted more money, and then this is what you're coming up with? I don't think so. Get it together. You're going to write some good damn storylines for once. Liz and Finn are just not it. We love this show. We dedicate 5 days a week to watching this show. Now get it together. Whew, child. Moving on from that bald-headed bastard did get saved by TJ. So y'all called it. TJ, as a doctor, couldn't let it happen. He stopped Austin from strangling him. Austin's grateful because he knows he would have thrown the rest of his life away if he had succeeded, and Mason ain't worth it. But TJ visited Mason to make it clear that men like him don't deserve to go off that easily. He needs to suffer first. So he's here for Mason's suffering in jail. I don't blame you not one bit, TJ. TJ, you a better man than me. Because I would have just took over what Austin's doing. I would have been like, Austin, get out the way, and I would have grabbed that pillow, and I would have strangled him with the other one. But screw that. That bald-headed bastard done kidnapped me. And the whole time he had me kidnapped, I'd be talking shit to him. The whole time. Shit. I don't even know if my fat ass would have survived. Oh well. But I'm going to haunt that bastard every day that I can. I'm going to make sure they catch him. I ain't going down easy. You bald-headed bitch. Got me fucked up today. Now that's the only bit of swearing I'm going to do in this video. I told you I'm trying to be a little bit better, but it's still a work in progress. So ZK, you could just skip past this part. I promise you will not hear no more swearing for the rest of this episode. Now getting into my queen, Ava Jerome. So her and the other queen, Laura, Laura done gave her a hug. And Laura's so sorry that Ava done been kidnapped. But Ava's like, you know, I'm just trying to put that behind me, you know. But Laura was giving her the 411 that she done saw Nicholas and thing. And then Ava's like, oh, really? I need a second to adjust to this news. Laura's like, you know what? I feel that Nicholas might come back to Port Charles and you two could work it out after all. She's like, well, Ava said, well, if Nicholas used to love me, he don't love me no more. I don't know about that, Ava. You're a hard woman to get over. Once we love you, we love you. I love you, Ava. I've loved you since 2014. I mean, even though you were around from 2013, I didn't like you like that at first, but I've loved you since 2014, and I ain't stopping. And you've given me plenty of reason to. So you switched Morgan's medication right after that. I could have turned my back on you then, but I couldn't. I wanted to, but I just couldn't. I love you, Ava. Ava, you are a hard woman to get over. And you threatened to send Mike to prison, but even I don't blame you. Because Sonny wasn't being reasonable at the time, so you had to do what you had to do to get your daughter back. But still, you treated your daughter like crap, but I still took your side. Nicholas probably don't care that you hit him over the head. That probably just turned him on even more. Those Cassadine men are complicated. And Ava is a hard woman to get over. So, you saw what she did, what a taste of her did to Ryan. Shoot, Ryan did not care. That stab wound didn't do nothing for him. He still was obsessed with Ava as ever before. No matter how many times she ripped into him, he still didn't care. He wanted her until the day he died. I'm sure Nicholas probably still one or two deep down. Probably. He did say something about making it right with Ava. But they already laid the groundwork for not my Nicholas to return. If it's not Tyler Christopher, it's not my Nicholas. That is my hashtag. So I need to trademark that. I really should. Even Ava went and met up with Punk Austin. He called talk about, oh, you're so beautiful. I mean, she know that. Tell her something she don't know. We already know that she's beautiful, cause she is. And he lied. He lied to her. Of course, he did. He had no idea that Nicholas was alive. Mason was threatening her. He thought he was going to spend the rest of her life in prison. So that's why he did what he did. But please, we know better. Ava knows better. Ava said the sad thing about that is I really want to believe you. But she don't. Now the old Ava would have pulled her gun out and made Austin tell her everything. But this new Ava is a little tamed for right now. I could get used to that for a little while, but I still need the bad girl Ava to come back out eventually, though, under the right circumstances. Even though now was the time, but you know, just one day at a time, I guess. It's the truth. And we had Lois and Sunny today. Their scenes didn't do too much for me, but it was still kind of nice to see two old friends catching up. And then she done went in the back and cooked for him. They're just catching up, looking at pictures. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's sweet. Lois doesn't really have a storyline outside of Brooklyn, I heard. So we're just going to probably get useless scenes like that from her moving forward. But if y'all feel nostalgic, then I'm happy for you. But I don't care that much. Even though I really loved this actress when she was Quinn over the years, so I'm hoping I could transfer some of that over to Lois. I mean, I kind of like you because of the actress, but I don't know you like that. And the writers aren't giving me a reason to really care that you're back outside of nostalgia for the older people. So, yeah. And I had the next scene that I wanted to talk about was Olivia and Tracy. Yo, Tracy is something else. She still want Ned committed, which I don't blame her though. I'd be annoyed too because he's stuck as this little adolescent wannabe thing instead of being the responsible husband and father that he already is. But Olivia don't care. She's not budging. Ned is gonna be who Ned wants to be. If Ned wants to be Eddie Main, then she's gonna support him. There ain't nothing Tracy could do about it for now. I mean, so Tracy just stormed off, and Tracy told Brooklyn that she's going to eventually need her. And Tracy will forget this conversation ever happened because Brooklyn was acting like she's big and bad, but she don't want nothing to do with Tracy. Okay. Until it suits her needs again, then she'll go right back to her. So Tracy knows that. She knows. Laura is on to Cyrus. She knows that he's faking all that. Yeah, he's old, but that ain't never made him weak before. So she don't buy that for 1 second, but Martin act like he halfway buy it. And Lucy, but that was pretty much it to their scenes. And then Lucy just sounded stupid. She was mad at Tracy for undermining her plan to make Blaze the face of deception, but Blaze didn't even want to be the face of deception. So that was just like Lucy wanted to act like, oh no, Tracy's not gonna undermine my vision for this company. But you sound stupid because regardless, Tracy does own 51%, so it's her company now. And number two, Blaze didn't want to join you anyway. So what company begs has to beg for an employee? It should be the other way around. She should be having to convince you of why you're making her the face of deception, but you have to beg her to be the face of the deception. That just shows desperation and weakness. So miss me with that. So I'm on Tracy's side. You just proven that Tracy's point. And I'm glad that Sasha's still the face of deception. And Blaze officially assigned over there with Brooklyn. She's happy. Her and Christina were happy too. And then Sam, Cody, and Dante and Thing were the second most boring part of this episode. They're talking about the design something. I'm not gonna lie, that was extremely boring. Like, I had to fast forward that after a little while because I just couldn't do that. Between them and the two I mentioned in the beginning of this episode, whose names aren't even worth another mention. Just come on, writers. Y'all gotta step this up. I wonder why the ratings are going down a little bit. You need to give people a reason to tune back in every day. Because this is not acceptable. But that was pretty much it for today's episode. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode in the comment section below. And I will see you all